Hi everyone. So today we'll be discussing about a very interesting GenAI use case which goes by the name as RAG or knowledge bases. Now, without getting into much of the technicalities of what is RAG and what are knowledge bases, I'll just tell you quickly what exactly it does. Consider now the LLM has the power to answer based on your specific data. The specific data which you give to him, now it has the obligation to answer based on that data only and that customized data which you give. So I have prepared a quick demo to show you how exactly it works. Now this is a website of the Central Bank of India and they have tons and tons of documents which are present here. And for the past 10 years they have the documents and there are a lot of PDFs in each year. Now what we have done is we have given this entire data set, entire PDFs of all the years to the LLM. And now whenever we ask a question to the LLM, now LLM goes here, fetches the data and based on that it answers. So let's quickly have a look. So I have prepared a few questions which we can ask to the LLM. Okay. Yeah. So the question reads as, I am a bank manager of XYZ Bank. I had given a loan to a real estate developer on January 1st, 2025. Until April, the interest payments and repayments were being honored. However, I began to sense some stress in developer's financials when he paid the April interest amount. What should I do? Should I classify it as SMA? Keep the answer crisp on point. I'll hit enter and let's see what LLM has to answer. Yeah, okay. So it has answered. Like under the guidelines, SMA classification is triggered by default. That is when a scheduled payment becomes overdue, example after 30 days. Since the developer paid the April interest on time, you should not classify the loan as SMA merely on signs of financial stress. Instead, continue to monitor the situation closely for any actual overdue payments before reclassifying. Right? So now the bank manager has got an idea that what exactly he needs to do. And the good thing is when you click on the sources, basically it what these sources tell that the answer which LLM has given, it has taken from these sources. So now whenever you want to check or for example search and get more info on that particular answer, you can click and then go to that particular page and you'll get the answer. So this is the policy from which it got the answer, and then you have five different policies or maybe I guess two to three different policies, and then you have from where exactly the LLM took the answer. Let's ask one more question to the LLM. So I am the owner of an NBFC. I need a loan from a bank, but I don't have any collateral other than my company's shares. Will the bank grant me a loan? Let's see what the LLM has to answer. So banks generally do not accept a company's shares as the only collateral for secured loans. Following the regulatory guidelines, this means that if shares are your only asset, you are unlikely to secure a traditional collateral backed loan, right? However, you might explore unsecured lending options subject to financing returns and overall credit profile. Now, you might wonder why did not the sources part come here? So, what happens is, for example, we keep on chatting with the LLM, and the past history keeps on going to the LLM. So, for example, if in the past you might have asked this question, the LLM won't go and fetch it, but answer from his past history. So that also LLM can do, and it has a lot of power to be very crisp and answer to the point. Thank you.